Hello, everybody. I hope you can hear and see me okay. If you can, let me know in chat. I want to welcome Mike again. Mike, are you there?
Hey, peeps. How are we all doing?
There we go. Let me just lower the music a little bit more so it's not interfering with us. I see a smiley face or a sticky tonguey face from Mike himself.
Yep, I can hear you.
All
Chat's all good. Video's all good.
All systems are go. All right. So tonight we're going to try out a pretty thinky single player game. And I have Mike here to be half of my brain because I only have half of a brain. And I need at least another half. So I have 1.5 with Mike. That's
Yeah, I'm not quite. It adds up to a whole 1.5.
So let's give this a go. Now, if you are watching this and you're wondering what this game is, it's called Under Falling Skies. It is by Czech Games Edition. It's been out for a few years now. And basically, you're looking at Space Invaders made into a board game. Or Galaga, if you're more familiar with that one from the old days. We're down on Earth. We are going to pick Roswell, New Mexico. So let's do that first, because that is the starter town. The more advanced towns will give you things, more of a challenge and extra things that you can do, but it's quite complicated. And I don't know how to play it yet. So that's pretty simple. We're not going to try that. And we are going to have to protect our city, which is Roswell, from the aliens who are slowly descending. Every time one of them gets down to our base, we take a damage. And as you can probably see right here, this is our damage track. We can only take that many hits until we're on the skull and everything's over. We're okay for now. We haven't started. And in order to protect our base, we have an underground base which is still being built, basically. On this top row, we have anti-aircraft guns. If we place one of our dice in there, they'll be reduced by 1. And every time you place a die, I'm just going to take this one here. And let's say I place this, here, just for fun. When you place a die, you immediately have to move the alien the same amount of spaces. And then there'll be different triggers of things it can do. On an A space, or on an anti-aircraft space, it would move 1 less than the die I placed there. So this would only move 5, theoretically. Now, the trick to this is you roll these dice, and then you have to place every one of them in your base somewhere. So when you place it, you have to move an enemy. And if you place a white die, you have to re-roll whatever dice are left. So every time you place a white one, you're re-rolling. So you can have a really juicy die, but you need to use the white one first, and then you re-roll and you've lost that really juicy die. As you move these ships down, there are going to be certain spaces that allow you to do things and allow the aliens to do things. First of all, at the end of every turn, the mothership itself up here is going to move. There are other triggers that can move the mothership even more. So that's another way to lose the game, is if this mothership somehow ever makes it all the way down to Roswell, goodbye Roswell, game over, even if we have full health, which we probably wouldn't by that point. But
I don't even think it needs to go down to Roswell.
Oh, you're right. It's right here.
Little marker.
Yep, right here where I'm putting a little arrow. If it moves down there, it's game over. Yeah, you're right. And then there's extra ships that can get put on with certain effects, etc. But we'll go over there. So, for example, if it had moved to this spot, we then have to add another white ship into the queue. But we're not going to do that right yet. So let's move this and reset it. This is very crunchy because every time, so we're gonna play a little fast and loose here. I hope nobody minds. Every time we place a die, before we lock that die in, we're going to look up above. And hopefully it's saved. It didn't set my camera, so give me 1 second. We're going to take a look and hopefully be able to figure out where the baddies are going to go before we lock that dice in. So let's move back down to our board and take our first roll. Did I miss anything, Mike, that you want to add?
No, far away.
It's pretty new to both of us, honestly. So let's roll these dice. All right.
The only thing I would like to point out is you in dice games don't have great luck.
Nope. If you've ever seen any of my Too Many Bones streams, which I know Mike has, I have terrible dice luck, so we'll see what happens here. However, I didn't explain the base itself, so let's take a look at some of these spaces. So if you look at this space right here, those are all the AA anti-aircraft guns. A space that has a power symbol in it is how we gain power. So we're starting the game with 2 energy. We'll call it energy, not power, because that's correct. So let's say we wanted to, we're going to re-roll after. If we ended up with 2 dice in here, first of all, we'd have to move the alien ships first before we could do this. This space is telling us we would gain the amount of energy on our dice minus 3. So we would gain 4 energy from this. It's kind of a weak room, and you do need 2 dice in order to activate that. If you just had 1 die in there, it would not activate. And then the other types of things are the research space. You see the little alien head there. That's a research space. So this research space, if we placed a die in there, would cost us 2 energy. So right now that would take us to 0, for example, after the next phase. But we would gain a research, and research is how you win the game. We're researching how to defeat the aliens. This is our research track right here. And it's based on the numbers you get in research. So again, if we had a 6 in here, we could move to the 3 and the 1. That's 4 of our 6, but we could not move to the next 3 because that's 7, basically. Hope that makes sense. So you have to add these spaces together in order to move. So it can be tricky, and we're trying to get all the way up this track, way up here, and that's how we would defeat the mothership. The next one would be these, I think they're called airstrikes, if I'm not mistaken. This is an airstrike space. The space would cost 1 power to activate, and whatever die, so I'll do this with the 4 again, whatever die we put in here, minus 1 in the case of this space, is our attack power. And if you look up here at the alien board, you'll notice there's some explosion spaces with numbers on them. So if an enemy had been down here, we need a 4 or more in an airstrike space in order to damage it. We would not damage or destroy that ship because of the minus 1. We only have 3. And next would be our excavator. So the idea with part of this game, at least, is you want to excavate more of your base because these spaces get more powerful and better to use. Instead of minuses, you have pluses, etc. In order to do that, you could place a die, let's say this 4, by counting in front of the excavator. 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces. And then the excavator would move. Well, on the next turn, which way do we do that, Mike? What do we decide? We're going to put the die on top of the excavator.
Yeah, probably the best.
Which, will open up this part of the base for us. Now, if we, there is a couple of mothership effects up here. You can see minus 2 excavation spaces. We would lose 2 spaces, but thankfully, it can never go further back than its starting space. So this part of the base up here is a given no matter what happens. I think that's about it. I don't really see anything else. Obviously, in the other cities and other bases, there's many cards that can make up the bases that come in the game. There's different rooms and different things that can happen. So I'm just going to take a sip of water here. Okay, so let's pretend we're starting all over and roll these dice. Here we go. Okay, so we have got, looking at our base. Oh, I got to move the excavator back. Sorry. We've got some options here. So we only have 2 energy to start. So energy is a focus because let's just say we wanted to put a research in, a 4 for research. It costs 2 energy. We'd be down at 0. That's a 4. I'll fix it. Go.
Nobody saw it.
Nobody saw that. One interesting thing I'll point out is that if we take a 1, whether it be white, and put that in an anti-aircraft gun, the guys up there, because you take the anti-aircraft as 1 less than the die roll, which means that this guy in this column wouldn't move at all. So that can also be beneficial if you're trying to freeze somebody in place and not have them descend any further. I think I'm actually good with that, Mike. What do you think?
With the one?
Yeah, with the one locking in an anti-aircraft and freezing that guy in place.
I would say wait and see.
Yeah, you're right. Let's see what else we can do first.
It can always be placed there later.
Unless we have to re-roll it.
Yeah.
Okay, so we can...
A 4 in the airstrike space would be
that's
good.
what I was saying. So that's going to give us a 3 airstrike at the end. But we have to move this guy
that
one.
Would be an instant kill on the one that gets moved.
Yeah, so he's right on the 2 space. So as long as nothing else somehow moves him, which I don't see how it can. So that's good.
And that would re-roll the dice.
Right.
If we need that. So.
And we don't move the energy yet, we decided, right? That's in the room phase, the next phase.
Yeah. So do we want to use the 3 before we put the 4 down?
Where are you thinking for the 3?
I'm not sure. It's just the other dice.
Okay. Well, we have a 3 in the gray, which we could place and not cause a reroll. You see what I mean, guys? Like, whoever's watching this is, you really have to think this out. I can see us losing very, very badly, but that wouldn't be out of the norm for me anyways. So.
It all depends on, if you wanted to use that 3 or not. The 2 and the 1, I reckon. Well, what numbers are you looking? What spots are you trying to
Well, I always try and get energy, but the problem is we don't really have any good, because of that -3, we don't really have anything good. We do need high numbers, which also moves the aliens high numbers. I'm thinking maybe we need to move the excavator by 3 or 4. Oh boy.
Well, I like the 4 for the aircraft strike because that kills whatever goes in.
That's right. So we can hold on to that and see if we want to I'll fix that again.
You really don't like that 4 side.
It doesn't like me. So the excavator, if we use the gray 3, it's going to get us to here. 1, 2, 3, right?
Which opens up another
research
attack box. Yeah.
And another attack, but it won't until the excavator moves again because we need both of those.
Or the alternative is just to put the 4 down and then re-roll all the dice and see what
yeah, exactly. So we could go, let's say, oh yeah, so we could either put the 4 here and excavate, or we could put the 4 there. Yeah, I think there's better. So we already moved him, so let's leave him there. Now we have to re-roll and see what else happens. Okay, all right.
Higher numbers, but in this game, it's they can actually hurt you, right? Because we're moving baddies. What do you think about this 4 here? Well, can't put that 4 there anymore.
Oh, darn it! Right, and we don't have a 3. I didn't mention that in this game, everything is a column. You must have 1 die in each column. And you can only have 1 die in each column. So the rows don't matter for dice placement, just the columns. So we could put this 5, let's say, or this 5, in the power room. We just have to see where that's going to get, I keep forgetting to use the cameras, where that's going to get these guys. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, well, if we put it here, it'll move that guy onto the... Oh, wait a minute. Does that have a minus in it?
Yeah, we're doing 3 damage, not 4.
Right. Right. So that doesn't help us on either of those.
It's fine. They're
but we do need the power at some point.
Yeah.
So what do you think about this?
7 power would be decent. Or
that would give us 8 power. Oh, sorry, -3. 6 power. That's not bad. So I forget which one I placed first, but we'll move them anyway. So we have a 4 and a 5, and 1, 2, 3, 4. We can't kill him. 2, 3, 4. That is kind of nothing. So.
Well, it's a 5, that one.
Oh, thank you. This is why I have you. And again, we can't do anything.
But they are on attack spots. Oh, they're gonna move. They have to move next turn. Yeah.
Yeah, there's no way now. We locked that one in, so we can't change it to a 5.
Yeah.
Darn it.
But we didn't have a 5 to use
That's
last
right.
time.
So now we have 2 5s left. Now, and we get to resolve the dice in any order we want. So for example, this is going to give us 6 power, which will move us right up to the top. If we want to do a research with one of those 5s, we would get, it'll cost us 2 power, but we would actually get 5 research, which is not terrible.
So what you'd be looking to do is throw the white 5 in there and then roll the black 5 and hope for a low number.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he's actually going to move, because that's what that symbol right there says. He moves over.
Hopefully you get a free.
Okay, so let's
Reroll.
re-roll. 2. And we can put that either here or in the AA gun, which I would think we want to do, because now that'll be a second one in that row, and because it's in the AA gun, he'll just move 1 space.
And does the other one move as well then?
Yes, it does, because we just placed that, so he would also move 1 space. Okay, so now we can resolve things, and again, I think the prudent course of action would be the energy first, which would be 6 energy, which would take us up to the max, and then we'll move those.
Well, it's only 5 energy to go there, so use the energy to go down.
And then go up. Okay, so we have to use these. So let's use the airstrike first. And put that one back. So we're going to get 3 damage, which is enough to kill this guy on the 2. And he goes back up to the mothership. And then we'll use 2 more energy. Oops. That was 1, and then 2 more. Sorry, we were here.
Yep.
So we used 1 energy to activate our airstrike. Now we can gain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 energy. You're smart. And we'll move those off. And then we can get our 5 research by spending 2 energy. Turn that one back, which will let us go to here. We don't have enough to go to the next 3. And the AA gun comes off. Okay, and that ends our what's called the room phase, and now we go back up to the mothership, who's going to make her phase. Now, the mothership automatically moves 1 space, and if you happen to crash into one of the aliens, they go back into the mothership in the queue. And that's going to bring her there, which means we have to add one of our auxiliary or white ships in. Where's that? There it is. Slightly different color, hard for me to see. That's reddish, and that's grayish. And that's all that happens. And then the final thing that happens is these enemies go back in the queue. And the way that works is it starts off by looking, are there any rows with no enemies? And the answer is these 2 rows, from what I can tell, to the left, have no enemies in them. So the first 2, the reds go first. Oh, I moved that, that's right. And then this white one moves into, or whatever one would happen to be left, goes into the row that has the enemy that's descended the furthest. So it would go into this queue. I don't know if you had a chance to get that far, Mike, but I believe that's correct.
Yeah, that's about as... I think that's the game.
That's about it.
That's a full turn.
That's a full turn. So now we're going to roll again. And see if we can do some excavation on this turn would be good. Okay. So, looking at where we want baddies to move to, these guys are going to move no matter what we do. So they're not going to be on their airstrike. Ideally, we'd like this guy to move 3, because I think getting that 6 might be challenging. But that also means this guy's going to come down 3 and move over there. But do we have a 3? We do have a 3. Oh, geez. But we can excavate, right? So we could use that 3 there. What do you think of that? Then we have to find an we have to do this airstrike and get a good roll into it.
Well, we could move the excavator further on, and then that gives you that spot.
It opens it up,
for
yeah.
attacking.
We could, but if I put it, right. So he was here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, for example. Move him here, and then we'd have to move the alien 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not a terrible space. It doesn't do anything, but that sounds smart to me. So let's do that. Well, it's the other way around, which opens up this research and this airstrike.
Well, we don't have. Well, yeah, the research above.
And we have research here too. Yeah. So we can use any of these actually, but they have less negative penalties, I guess, the further down you go. So we start with big minuses, small minuses, nothing either way, and then bonuses. So that, did I move him 5? I don't remember now. I did not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we want some guys to land, like this guy, we really want that 2, which will also move this guy 2, but unless we have a 6. Do we have another airstrike now? We do.
Yeah, so if we put it to this side, that means we need a 4 the other side.
Right. Which lane was that again? That's the middle lane, right? So if we do that, or do I want to do that? Or do we want to do this first? What does that do for us? 1, 2, 3, 4. Not much, really, but it also doesn't hurt that much. What do you think?
So yeah, either sticking the 2 or the 3 in there.
The 3 would do it. 1, 2, 3, and this guy would just move there, and oh, that's not bad either. So let's do the 3. And that's going to move both of these guys. So 1, 2, 3, that gets him on the 4. 1, 2, 3, that shoots him to the left. Did I miss anyone there? I feel like I put this 4 in, but didn't move this guy first.
Yeah.
So he's there. They all are. It is like Galaga. Okay, and now we have our 2 white die, which will result in a reroll.
So we place the 4 first. So that means that guy would move another 3 spots onto the 6.
Which one?
The guy you just moved.
Oh, oh, you're right. I did. So this one here, or this one here.
Yeah.
So we probably won't get him, but.
No, we have enough.
Oh, we do. That's right. There's no minus on this one. Okay, that works out well. That's the trick, I guess, remembering to move them each time, even if they shift. Okay, so we can do wherever we place the first one of these. So we might want to use that 1 and freeze somebody. So we have these last 2 rows. We could freeze this guy or this guy.
Freeze either one of those, and they would be killed as well.
That's right. That's right. So let's put them here, and then we have to re-roll. If we get a 1, that would be. Oh my, Mike! I broke the streak.
Don't curse it.
So that freezes those 2 in place. Okay, so this does nothing for us. So this is our room phase now. We've got the airstrike, so we can resolve that first because there is nothing else to resolve unless I'm missing something.
Yeah, the airstrikes.
So they're all
uses 2 energy.
Oh right, thank you. I forgot the energy. Let's move that energy down.
Take out anything with 7 or less.
Yeah. We took out 4 of them. That was a good turn. Thank you. So this guy's and this guy are the only 2 left on the board. I think that's about it. So
yeah.
So let's return our dice. Fix this, which was here, I think. Or was it here? It was there.
No, it was down one.
Down one? Okay. And now the mothership phase. So we zip up to the mothership. And it is going to move down 1. And it's a -2 excavation. So our excavator is going to get bumped back up 1, 2. Which is actually kind of crappy because we can't use that airstrike room again.
Well, unless we move the excavator.
Right. And that's it. We have to then put these guys back in the queue. So they would go to empty lanes first, so empty columns first. There, and then this one would queue up in this column because he's the lowest down the board. All right. Rolling. Interesting. All right. So
What are we
where's...
looking?
Yeah, we want to get these guys to explodey sites, but I think we need to do something about the excavator first.
Well, that 6 would move the excavator a hell of a long way.
It would. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it would affect whatever's in this column. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which doesn't do a whole lot. It moves it over. And then we could re-roll everything. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. So let's try that. I'll move it first. Opens up a hell of a lot of rooms, that's for sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and it moves over. All right, re-roll, right? Yep. Hey, that's Tim in chat. Thanks for being here, Tim. I'm trying to type at the same time, which I'm not good at. I appreciate it. Okay, we re-rolled, yes? Okay, so...
yeah.
Very high rolls. Very high rolls.
Yeah, but that is 12 in research. How far would that get your research?
Oh
up?
boy. So you're talking about this one here.
3,
now,
4,
we
5.
have the energy, don't we? Yes, we do. So 12 would let us go 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It would let us get up here.
That's halfway up the board.
And we don't have a lot of... Now, the only problem is it's going to move this guy 6. And the guy behind him 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We may take a damage eventually. Unless we can get him to go here. And airstrike next time. Now, let's try it and see what it looks like. So, I'm not locking these in, people. So, it would move... Yeah, I'll never remember where that guy was. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So again, he would end up there. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He would end on the 6 airstrike slot.
But I'm not sure we're getting
No,
airstrike this turn. Not if going for
not at 6.
Science. But
But
I
that's
reckon
juicy. Yeah.
12 science is a lot.
Yep.
I'm sort of wondering if you have to do like clear the board one turn, science another turn, go back and forward, because you can't just do one. You're not going to win.
Yeah.
The
I appreciate that. I think you're probably right. I mean, there's probably some strategy key to unlock here, and then it kind of clicks, and you go, oh, okay. Although that happens to me like constantly with board games. All right, so let's move those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and shift. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that locks in our research. So the only remaining questions...
Well, there's the other thing to move 6 as well.
Oh, I didn't... this one here?
No,
this one.
Up in the ship itself.
Oh, yeah, I forgot him. Thanks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Blank space. Okay, not terrible. So the question is, do we want to lock in the 1 in the hopes of re-rolling something else? We don't really have anyone set up for an airstrike. However, we do have these 2 columns left to think about for movement. So, so we have a 1 and a 2. So if we lock in the 1, let's say, in the AA gun, or do we have the energy? Oh, we won't have the energy to do this. We won't have the energy actually to do either of those once we use the research.
Well, you would have 1 energy left. You'd be down to 1.
1, 2. Oh, yeah, okay. Right. So we could do an airstrike, but it's not going to mean anything. We can't do this one because it needs 2.
You could put the 1 on the single energy.
This one here, you mean? Or this one?
I thought, yeah.
To give us an energy.
It's only going to give you 1 energy.
Right. Well,
and then hope...
hey, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it.
Oh, no, let me ladies here. Sorry, I have to go.
Okay, no problem. Thanks for joining. Oh, okay. You're never obliged, but it is appreciated. All right, so that gives us our 1 energy, which I moved it up already. And then this 2...
Well, that gets re-rolled.
Oh, yeah.
Unless you want to put that 2 in first. So we have
before
12,
the 1,
that would go to 14. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So your hope, if you get 2 or more, it would be beneficial.
You mean if I have to re-roll it?
Yeah.
Because this would just give us the 2. So then you're saying this is the way to do it. So I've moved up my energy. And then we have to re-roll this and hope for something better than a 2 would be beneficial?
Yeah, the only thing that's going to be, if it's a 1, then you lock it out.
Oh, we got a 4.
4.
And then, okay, so this guy doesn't move, but this one moves 4, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, nothing special. And they're coming down. All right, so we resolve now. So first thing is, this doesn't do anything, right? That was our excavation dice, so that goes back. And we'll resolve this research and that research at the same time, I guess. So we've got, wow. So 12, 16 research. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We can't move more than that, but that's huge. That's huge. Thanks, Mike. That was really good. See, I don't see these things. My brain has been muddled by too many years of Coke Zero and office work. I'm going to stick to that. So. And this one we already took. So I think that's it for resolving our rooms, unless I missed anything.
Yeah, I think that's all. Well, you have to use the energy up the track, but
oh,
yeah.
Thank you. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 energy. So we're at 0.
But that give a massive amount of...
Oh, yeah, for sure. So next turn we can concentrate on some energy, possibly.
Well, energy and killing stuff, I reckon, is...
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because they're getting pretty low down there. So now we have to move the mothership. And it's going to add another Space Invader to it. And that would be it. Then we have to queue them up. So... this red one's already there. It did not move this turn. Or is that a white one? Sorry. That's a red one. That's a red one. How do we end up with 2 red ones in one column? Did I do something wrong there?
No, I think it might have been the furthest away or something like that.
Okay, so he's going to move. Oh, he's in queue, so he actually stays there. And then this one, who's got the lowest? It's going to go in this column here or an empty column. Which this one looks like it's empty, so... move that in there. And then we are going to reset our dice. And off to the next lever. You know, in my head, the funny part is I can hear the Space Invaders going doom, 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 That just ages me.
You're going to get your Atari out next?
I had one. All right, let's
Take
roll
it out
the
from
dice.
the loft.
All right, so a whole new bunch of numbers. We have to do something about this guy.
Well, if we can get that row to move one spot, it would be good.
So I can lock in a 2 in the anti-aircraft gun, which would move them each one spot.
Yeah. But that means you're locking the gun attack down.
Oh, the double one. I'm sorry, my voice cracked. The double one, but we have another one here and one here.
Ooh, yeah.
Because we open that up with the excavator. Right, I don't see another way to... Well, I mean, then again, we could put the 1 in. It wouldn't do much, but it would start off the airstrike. Yeah. And then, for example, we could place the 5 in there, which would give us a total of 6.
Well, I reckon you need to throw the 5 maybe over to the energy.
Yeah. We only need, I think the highest one, he's in they'd both be on a 4 and a 3. So we could lock in this 3, for example.
Well, you don't need to lock that one in yet.
Just so you know, Tim, I can't enable bits because I haven't reached affiliate yet. I need 50 followers, and I think I have 10, so I'm a ways away, but thank you. So what? Okay, let's look at the other columns in that case.
All right, he only wants you to enable bits so he can scare you.
I don't even know what that means. I am brand new to Twitch streaming. I've never even really watched anyone on Twitch. I used to say to my son, why are you watching people play video games? Now, I'm pleading innocence because I am only doing board games. Even though this is a video game to display a board game, I'm accepting that. So, yes, I'm an old man.
He's your old man.
That's right.
You have to take responsibility for him.
I mean, lady, you remember Palos, right? You got a tour of the CN Tower, so. Oh, I did say you're amazing. Absolutely. Okay, so back to this. I'm getting distracted. I can't do the chat and that. I'll figure it out one day.
He has to say you're amazing or you're going to come in and kick him in the shin.
Like she's only one room away, so. Okay, so we have dice to place. Well, first of all, the energy room, I guess, is...
Well, the other energy room is the better one because it's
this
not
one.
a reduction by 3.
Right, and you only need 1 in here. It just means you don't get a ton of energy, that's all. But we could place the 5 there and re-roll everything else, for example.
Yeah. Hope for a high number to go in. Well, where's that going to move that row?
Oh yeah, we should look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, a blank space.
Yeah, it's not too bad. It's not too good.
So let's move that there and re-roll. We have to re-roll because it was a white die. Oh, we got it. We got a 4 is a little higher.
2, 3, 4 is a good spot for that row.
But the problem is we have no energy to trigger this.
But we will have energy from the 5.
Oh, is that energy? Oh, right. It's not research. Sorry, thinking the wrong thing. So we can do the 4, and that'll move 1, 2, 3, 4. It'll move that, like you said, into a I don't know what they call that. A vulnerable spot, we'll call it.
Yeah. Didn't move the other 5 spots down.
Oh, which one was
one
that?
on the left.
This one here.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, I calculated, but I didn't move it.
And then the 1s on the middle row.
Hey, thanks for the follow. This one here, right? 1, 2,
and the 1 below it.
4.
No, it's only they only move 1.
Oh, I forgot. I never moved this one? It moves there?
And the 1 below it.
And
That was the
moves there.
reason we put the
Right,
1 in there.
Right. Did I move the 4?
Yes, we did.
Yes, I did. Okay. See, I need something to come out of the screen and go, slap. Hey, don't forget to move it. All right.
Maybe leave all the moving until all the dice have been placed.
Yeah, it'll probably be easier for me to remember that way.
Yeah.
I would imagine in the physical version, this might be a little easier because I'm having to always move the camera up and down.
So, do you want more damage? Is it going to make a difference? 1, 2, 3, 4. Moving a 1 on the far right.
Sorry, guys. Give me 1 second. Sorry about that.
I think he's being told off by the mean lady.
No, she's going to sleep, so she was saying goodnight.
Good night, mean lady.
She says goodnight. I heard it. She has the stream on in the other room to help me get whatever that is that you need. I don't know. All right.
Yeah, an active fear count of X amount of people and for a certain amount of time.
Right.
Within a 30-day period. Aye.
You know, the strange thing is my voice keeps breaking whenever I do these streams, but not the rest of the day, if you know what I mean. I don't know what it is. It's dry.
It could be because you're trying to enunciate, you're trying to...
That's true. I'm putting on my stage voice.
Yeah, your telephone voice is what we call it over here.
Radio voice, that's right. Which also sounded a lot better when I was younger. When I started playing EVE Online, and yes, I still see ads for it all the time too, Tim. Okay, so we have a 3 and a 1. We have these 2 rows left to look at. So second from the right and the furthest right. Now, if we put the 1 in, for example, how much energy are we going to get? We're going to get 5 energy. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, we're going to get 5 energy.
5 energy.
We need 2 for the airstrike. We could do another airstrike, but that doesn't do much, right?
Well, it would move 1 into a danger zone.
Oh, that's true. Okay, so let's do that, even though this number doesn't. So I'm wondering that if you did 2 airstrikes on the same turn, do you add the numbers together, or are they 2 separate airstrikes?
I am flicking through the manual.
Yeah, which wouldn't make any sense because there's nothing higher than a 6 on the board, so I don't know why you would add them together. I don't know. It's just a question. Water time. I got a green screen just to do Twitch streaming, just so everyone knows. That's why. Ooh, fancy. Oh, goes out of view.
I'm not sure where it is in the manual.
All right.
I'm going to say it's additive.
Right. So technically, we have a total of 6 now.
Yeah. If you want to use it.
But we don't need to use it. So.
Yeah.
I do need to move him,
use that power.
But he goes there.
Just having that so he moves down 1 and still killing him with the other dice.
Which is awesome. So now we have this 3, so it's a question of where. Putting it in this double power room does nothing because we need another die to do anything. We could put... Do we have the energy to put it here?
Yeah, but I was looking at that. The next jump you need is a 6, so it's not gonna... You need a big number for the next science.
Right.
So
it's either in the AA. So it's a question of where we want them to move. 1, 2.
I would say the AA because that moves him less.
Yeah, just so he's not getting
moves
lower.
Him 2 spots instead of.
So let's move that before I forget. So I think I've moved everybody into the correct spacing.
Yeah.
So we can move to the room phase now. So starting with the power, I would think.
Yep. Throw up 5 power.
So we got the 5 power there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we have this one's 6, but that doesn't do anything. So the only other rooms we have to activate are the airstrikes, and we have a total of 6.
But
which
we don't need to activate both of them.
No, we need to do the 2 power for this one, the 5.
Yeah.
And we're not activating that one. So let's look at what we get rid of. So we get rid of this guy, goes back up. This guy goes back up, and this guy goes back up.
Oh, and one more.
And this guy goes back up.
One.
There we go. I get them all?
Yeah, it's just like the Pokemon.
You gotta get them all. And now we can do the mothership phase, right?
Yep.
So mothership is going to move down. Oh, I did that again where I accidentally right-click. My shaky
You're
hands.
going to need to grab all the stuff from underneath.
Yeah, that's... Sorry, I've developed a neurological issue which gives me shaky fingers whenever I'm trying to do something with precision, like mouse movements or writing, which means sometimes I accidentally right-click. So in case anyone's wondering why that is, that's why that is. And I think I'm on this space.
Yep.
Okay. And now we have to re-queue them all. So empty spaces with red ones first. Row. This one here.
I don't think it makes a difference what color goes where, does it?
I thought I saw that in the tutorial, but I could be wrong. That one doesn't want to...
The middle row?
There we go. The middle row.
Well, and all 5 of them would go in because there's 5 ships.
That's true. So this one would go... There, I must have done something when I rotated the thing. And then this one would automatically go here because there's no choice. Okay, and we have no negative effects from the mothership this time. I had to fix that one. And let's recall our workers. Okay, so this is... We're doing all right, I think. We haven't had to move our damage. I probably shouldn't have said that, right? I should learn.
I didn't hear anything.
All right, let's. Did I roll? No, I didn't roll. Let's roll. Okay. So
are we looking science this turn since most of the ships are back in the mothership?
Yeah, this one's getting a little closer, but not too scary yet, and he's getting close to a spot.
Well, yeah, I suppose we can't really let him go past that free because there's no other way to damage him unless we move him to the right column and then down one.
Right. So it's almost like he needs a 2 to go in here, which would only give us 1 research, let's say, or 2 power, I guess. But we don't have a 2 anyways. So something tells me we should also be thinking about excavating. But to me, this is going to be the research right here is going to be the big focus, right?
Well, I reckon, yeah, possibly this turn that double research would be a good one to get.
Mm-hmm. So if we start, so it's a question of, I can start with a 5. It's a question of which one do we want? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That puts the center one on a attackable position, and it gives us 1 in the research. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That one would get super close if we put the 5 there. So I'm thinking here.
Yeah, that's as good as any.
All right, so let's move him down 1, 2, 3. Well, if it gets us started on the research and puts him on a weaker number 4 spot for an attack.
Yeah, if we can get some damage in as well.
Yeah, so we're going to be in a power shortage next turn, but let's worry about that next turn. Hopefully we have enough to do what we want to do this turn. If we put the 4 there, what does that do? 1, 2, 3, 4. And shoves him over. Not much. 1, 2, so ideally a 2 would be good. But
a 2 or 6.
So what about using one of these white die so that we can re-roll?
4 on the airstrike?
Yeah, that's not bad. Where'd it go? Right here.
Right, yeah, that one.
Which moves this guy 1, 2, 3, 4. Doesn't do much, but moves him over here.
Yeah, but he's still way up there.
It's not a bother yet. So that's good. So that's going to give us an airstrike for 2 energy. And now I have to re-roll. Well, we got a 6. Which would put him here.
Yeah. So as long as we do the 4 damage.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, or he's going to whack us, but...
Yeah.
I have to move this one too, don't I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and he goes over. but he isn't affected by the 5 because we've already placed the 5. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think so.
Yeah, I think so. You could use the other 6 for the digger.
You know, I forgot about that. 1, 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 would go here. And that would move. There's only 1 in that row, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's just a nowhere. That's not bad. That's not bad.
And then the 4 for power.
Am I missing a... Oh, it's under the excavator. Sorry. Right, we can put this here. Fortunately, it doesn't get him to an explodey site, but...
Yeah, 1, 2, I reckon damage is going to happen in the next turn or 2, but...
Yeah, I think so.
It's not...
It has to happen at some point, so...
Oh, yeah, you can.
Okay, so room resolution.
We're not that lucky. We're not that good.
No, we're not. So this will give us... Let's start with the power, I would think.
Yeah, because we have the room for all 4 power.
Yeah, so let's do that. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we have to spend 2. 1, 2, and we get 11 research. So there's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We can't move any further than that, but that's really good again. And we'll take those 2 off. And then we have our airstrike. Oops.
4 attack,
which is 2 power, and we're going to move this one off. Those 2 are safe, right? I think, and this one off.
Yep.
All right. We really need these guys to move 1 each somehow on the next turn, and then we'll just get my dice back here. Now this also opens up some new rooms with bonuses.
Yeah, they have +1s on them.
That's good. But when you have to now do the mothership, so mother's going to move 1 space down, which adds another white ship, gray ship, whatever it is, and then we start replenishing. So lanes with
there's
nothing.
3 spots, 3 ships, so they all go in.
No, that's true. Yep. This would go here. All right. Not so terrible. Are you still okay to hang on, Mike? Or
definitely.
Okay, just double checking. Hope everyone's doing well in the chat. I do appreciate you all being here. Thank you very much. Let's roll our dice. Okay, so we were trying to move these guys 1. So what I theoretically can do, if we can make these attack sticks, so we have 5s and 3s, is I can put the 2s. This is just theoretical, I'm not locking these in the AA guns, which would move each of them 1.
Would do, but it would be locking up those rows.
It would lock those rows.
So, would it be better to try and get at least 1 in those rows?
Oh, you mean re-roll for a 1?
Because then you'd be getting that benefit as well.
I don't have a 1, but...
That's the question. Do you want to lock the rolls up now and be safe for another turn? And try to roll 1s?
Well, the question is, so if I lock these 2 guys in on the explosive space, I then have the option of putting this 6... No, I don't.
Yeah.
But I do have... Is this one open?
Yeah, that one would be open, yeah.
Which I could actually lock in the 5 for as well, because it's a +1. I don't know. What do you think? What do you guys think in the audience?
That would work as well.
So if I lock these 2s in, which would mean we move these each 1, but I got to go up and move. That one we get a bonus mothership move.
It's not a bad mothership move.
And this one would move here. Okay, so I think we move the mothership right now, do we not?
Yeah, but it'll swallow that thing back.
It gets swallowed up. So, and it doesn't get replenished till the mothership turn.
And we don't get the excavator to go back 1. It doesn't.
That's right.
Do that.
So I could, to save a little energy, I could actually do this, and it still blows this guy up.
Well, if you were going to do that, you would do it on the tree below that on that side.
Oh, right. With the bonuses.
Yeah. So instead of being -1, it'll be +1.
So let's do that. So it's a 7 technically, but it costs 2. See, what I'm saying is I can use it up here, and then it's worth 5, but 5's all I need, and it only costs 1 energy versus 2.
And we're not likely to get one onto a 6, are we?
No.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, unless we get a 5 on the right-hand side.
Which we do have one, but I can put in the 4 first and re-roll. Why don't we try that, if that's all right? So
Yeah.
I'll do this one, so I have to move it 6, and there's nothing in that lane right now. 4, 5, 6. Another mothership movement. Okay,
Again, it's not a bad one for the mothership to go on to.
but this one damages us? Is that what that means?
Yeah, that reduces your science by one.
Oh, one row.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's do that. We have to move it, so... And we'll move our research down 1. And then that's it, right? Now we got to figure out what to do with these. So we have these last 2 rows left to do something with.
Yeah.
Definitely, I could see moving the research here or here.
Well, that one you can't do because the middle's already taken.
Oh, you're right. Thank you.
So if you're going to use the research, it'll be on the right-hand side.
So the question would be,
damage.
do I want to put research here? It'll only be worth 4. But it'll move at 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. It'll put it on a damage.
Well, 4's fine because the next jump in research 3 and then it's 3, 5, 1.
But I'm thinking just because if I do the 5, I can move this ship up here in the second row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 would put it on an exploding space.
Yeah.
But I see what you mean. So this would be 5 research, which would move...
You're
1,
probably
2.
looking to put both dice in the research.
I'm thinking so. Except where's the other... Oh, here. So the 5 would make more sense there. But so is that right? So if I do the 5 here, is that what you're thinking? And then I move him down 5, he would be on the exploding space, but then I have to re-roll this one.
Yeah.
So let's move him down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's got to be a better name for the exploding space. I don't know what it is, but...
Bob. It's the Bob spot.
The Bob spot. All right, we have to re-roll that die. And we got a
And
6. So what does that leave us? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A blank space.
Yeah.
And we want to put that in research too, right?
Well, it's either put it in research or put it in the diggy hole.
Which would get us right to the end, basically. Open up this triple space.
So you have research with
11. Oh, no, 10.
10. So 3.
We'd be up at the 1?
Yeah, that would be, only needing 2 research.
Yeah, that's not bad. Okay, so we've moved all of them, I believe. Did I move this last one? No, I didn't. 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so let's do our room things. I guess it would be good to start. Now, what is that one? That's a research too, right? Start with the airstrike.
Sure.
So let's. So that's a 5, which I think kills this guy, this guy, this guy, and I'm not seeing any more. We avoided damage for now, but that's not bad. Next, these don't do anything, so we have research. So we said the 10, which would move us all the way up to there. Does that last one mean we need 11?
You need 11 for it.
Wow. So we need 14 total, which we don't know. But yes, I could see us needing to move this excavator down further so that we can access that triple research.
Yeah, I think that's why that triple research is at the
Is
bottom.
there, yeah. Okay, so now we need to do the mothership, who's going to harmlessly move into a blank space. And we refill rows, so
Yep,
this one will
they'll
go here.
get filled.
Okay. One more ship, by the way. We have the maximum aliens in play. That's something, I guess. All right, let's call back our dice and roll. So, to start with, we could go and move the excavator to the end, which is going to move this guy very close to us. I don't like that.
Well, I don't think it's a bad thing.
We also have the one, which would move him onto an attack space, but yeah, it's true. I'm afraid of taking any damage. We haven't taken any yet.
Yeah.
So let's
Taking a couple of damage is not going to make a difference.
yeah. So I think that's a good move. So let's move him there, which opens up that, and we have to move him one space above us. So he's going to hit. Not a lot we can do. Then we have some high numbers there.
Yeah, taking one of those sixes for research would be nice.
Yeah, and these two rows are the only rows for the moment that are the highest or furthest away, I guess would be the right way. So let's say we took one of those sixes and put it here.
Well,
1, 2.
Do you want to put it there, or do you want to put it at the one below?
Oh, I forgot about that. So that's 6. It moves him 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and over.
So we're looking 14 total.
Mm-hmm.
And as far as I know, as soon as you get the research you need, that's your one. You don't need to worry about
What other damage you're going to do?
And all the rest of it.
So we could put the... Oh, wait, I have to re-roll now, though, don't I?
Need to re-roll it, but...
There we go.
Oh, that 5 would do.
We got a 5. Now
One,
that
2,
moves this
3,
one. I could also put the 5 here.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3 puts him in a damage space, although we don't have any yet.
But yeah, so that's 11. As long as we get another, what was it, 3 more?
Mm-hmm. However, we don't have much energy. We only have enough energy for this.
And you need to put the 2 somewhere.
Do we have an energy space?
Spot on the far left.
This one here? Or this one?
Yeah.
Oh, no, we don't have the 2 energy. That's not energy. It's this one. Yeah. Uh-oh. What was it on? 2?
2.
There we go. And
then move
hey, everybody.
those 2 down.
Right. So this one goes 1, 2. And this one moves on to a spot that we're probably not going to utilize this turn. Although I have to re-roll this.
Yes, it has to get re-rolled, and we need higher than a 3. So 6, 11, 12, 13, 14, which is exactly what we need to win.
Hey! Well, this would damage it.
No, you want to move it down into the research spot.
Oh, duh. Yeah. So this one, so we have to do the movement. So this one damages us, which is here. Did I move all the other ones? Yes, I did.
Yeah, it's just the white middle one to move, but it's over anyway.
Right. And then we won.
Yep.
Hey, thanks, Mike. I couldn't have done that without you, honestly. My brain doesn't work that way. We won, guys. I won a solo game with someone else's help. I'll let you guys figure that out.
Hey, it's a co-op game.
It's a co-op game now. Do you want? Can you flip the table in honor, or is it grayed out for you?
We won. We don't need to flip the table. That was a good win.
Isn't there an achievement if I flip the table like a gazillion times?
I don't know. I know there is if you do it once.
No, well, I've done that already. All right, so
Sure.
what I'm going to do now, ladies and gentlemen, is I'm going to be right back in about 5 minutes. I know Mike's probably going to head out for the night, so again, I want to thank him.
No, I'm good if you want to do that Castle Wars.
Oh, let's do Castle Wars. That's a 2-player game. You guys will like that. Just hang on for 2 minutes. I'm going to mute us, and we'll be back. I don't know why I did that. That's pretty funny. Okay, I just need a sip of water and to clear my throat, so I'm going to mute me for a second so it's not in your ear. All right, so let's, I'll load in Castle Wars. What decks did you want to play? I guess you can pick, we don't have to pick the same decks, do we? Or are you supposed to? I know you could build a deck, but I don't know enough about it yet to do that. Okay, so before we pick our decks, I'll go back. You know what the only weird thing about this is? I just realized my mic's not muted. Hello, everybody. I didn't realize I was talking the whole time, but welcome back to the stream, everybody, and Mike's still with us. We are going to play a very entertaining little game called Castle Wars, which is a great tabletop simulator mod if you ever want to download. It's free. You can download it. It's basically a 1 versus 1 card battler, and with really cool little animations, which I'll try and get the camera to. Let me just see if it's preset, which I believe it is. Yeah. I'll try and get the camera to go to them, very quickly after we play our turns. Now, you're going to be able to see my cards because I'm the one streaming. We won't be able to see Mike's cards. And I'm going to kind of limit my vocal descriptions. Let's make sure I unmuted myself. I did. Okay. Hope everyone can hear me. I'm going to give you vocal descriptions of my cards, but without being too specific about them. And I'm going to go in here, and I don't mind Mike knowing this. I'm just going to pick what's called their pre-made deck, the Stock Plus deck. And once that's spawned, we move it over onto the deck shuffler and lock it into place. It gives it a quick shuffle. And just to give you a quick tour of the screen, we'll look at my hand in just a second. If you look on the left side here, you'll see Dab, that's me. And basically, you're getting building materials, you're getting weapons, and you're getting crystals, depending on the amount of workers that you have in the game. So, for example, right now, I have 2 construction workers. So every turn, I'll get 2 construction materials to add in. I have 2 soldiers, so every turn, I'll get 2 weapons to use. And I have 2 mages, and I'll get 2 crystals to use. And you need those crystals in order to play your cards. So for example, I'm going to tell them one, Mike, here, it's no big deal. Well, here's one I can't play right now. So let's look at Dragon. Dragon, here, I hit the wrong one. Dragon has an amazing attack power of 38 damage to Mike. However, it would cost me 20 crystals and 20 construction materials to play it. And as you can see in my lineup here, some cards are large and some are small. The large ones means I can play them right now with the resources I have. The small ones mean I cannot. So basically during this game, it's a deck builder. You're trying to build up, you can recruit new construction workers, soldiers, and mages to produce more on every turn. There's some cards which will steal things from your opponent. There's some that will attack, etc. I think it's my turn. Oh, you can also discard cards, by the way. Like, so if you see I have a lot of cards I can't even play right now, and as nice as they are, I don't necessarily need them. So the first thing I'm going to do, you can discard up to 3 cards. I'm going to discard these cards and signal to Mike that it's his turn. And then I'm going to head over to Mike's area so we can look not at his cards, because we won't see them. How come I can see them? I can see your cards. That's
Maybe
weird.
I can see yours. Oh, I can see yours now as well.
Okay, that's a weird setting. It's not usually like that. Usually you would just see the backs of the cards.
Yeah, I think the last time we played, it was just the color you could see.
No, I know why. It's because we're both on diamond.
Ah.
I'll change team to hearts. There we go. Okay, so now I can't see yours, and I just see the colors and the symbols. So we'll see what Mike does here.
Well, I ain't doing much. I'm gonna scrap a cheating.
So he's discarded 3 cards, and he'll get 3 more coming up. Heading back to mine. I think I'm going to play a card, Mike, regardless of what it is, just to kind of show them what happens. The idea of the game, you're either trying to, pound your opponent's castle into the dust, or build up your castle to a level of 100, or is it 50?
100.
100, okay. And we also have this lovely wall you can see here, which you can build up kind of like an outer shield, I guess you would call it. And I'll show you guys this card here, for example, would let me add a builder or a construction worker, whatever you want to call them, in as a new worker, which would give me a bonus every time. I can't play it right now, but that's what that would do. Let's play. Oh, just for fun, we're going to play an attack. We'll play this, and I'll kind of get over there quickly. And it says I cannot. What? Oops. Oh, I hit discard. I didn't play it. I sent it to the discard. Okay. Well, we're going to discard another one then.
Can you undo? Can you go back a step?
Oh, maybe. Let's see. Oh. I don't know what happened there. Did it take us way back? Okay. I'm not sure what happened.
Okay, yeah. We'll play from here.
We'll just keep going.
Well, yeah.
It took us back too far, I think. Anyway, so I'm going to start with my same move. Actually, I want to keep that one. We'll get rid of this because it's way unaffordable for now. Okay, it just gave me some kind of error message. Oh, what is that? Oh, I think we messed things up. You must have a valid locked deck. So yeah, we're going to have to start this over real quick.
Oh, the lock deck is on the right-hand side. Just lock it.
Oh, is that all I have to do? Okay.
It's probably just been unlocked from the...
There we go. Okay, it's restarted.
Going back or stuff.
Okay, so get rid of that. Get rid of that. And pass things over to Mike. We're going to zip it over to his side.
I'm just going to scrap what I scrapped previously.
Okay, get over to my side. I have to save a camera over on my side. I forgot. All right, and let's play. Like I said last time, I have a card stuck in my discard zone, which is weird. I'm just going to move it away. We're going to play this one here, and we'll zip over to the middle and take a look at what happens. And nothing happens because I sent it to the discard pile again.
Again. In big letters it says discard.
It couldn't be much bigger, honestly.
Okay. I'm going to hit you with a snowball.
Okay, let's watch what happens. Mike's going to launch a snowball at me. Boom! Ooh, that hurt. That took away my entire wall and reduced my castle. Very good play. Ow.
Serves you right for discarding repeatedly.
Yeah, that was bizarre. All right, so let's just play this. It's doing it again. Or did I play it in the discard zone again? You know what the problem is? I'm too intent on zipping over to the middle to show everybody what it is. But all right, let's do that and end my turn. And I know I have yours saved, so that's there.
Would you want to save your camera view?
I don't know if I did or not, so let's try. Yes, I did, so we're good. So back to you.
Okay, so all I'm doing is playing a soldier,
Okay.
which lets me recruit.
And back to mine. Now that's the play zone over here, Jeff. I'm going to do the exact same thing. We're going to add a builder in, which will give us, I love some of that stuff, an extra builder on our next turn. And now zipping back to Mike.
You want to take a few crystals from me?
Stealing crystals. All right, let me, how do I want to save this to make it easier? I'm going to save the battlefield view because it's fun as camera 1. Just give me 1 sec, Mike. Sorry, I'm going to save my view zoomed in a little bit as camera 2 and get over to Mike's side.
Well, either if I'm playing a card or you're playing a card, you really want to see the map. Showing the card getting played isn't really going to do much.
Oh, can I do that from... Yeah, I guess I can do it from hovering here, right? We'll try that.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try this card and we'll see what happens. Actually, I'm going to... Oh, I got a lot of stuff there. Well, let's discard that one. And discard that one.
Are you trying to discard in... Oh, right. For a second I thought you were trying to discard in mine.
Nope. Mike's doing a discard move as well. Okay, now as you guys can see from my deck, I have some that I can play and 3 that I can't. But we need to get some protection here or something. So let's play this, which is going to build up our castle over there.
It is a castle.
It says house, but whatever. Whoa. Mike recruited a soldier, I think. Oh, why don't we play this, guys? Let's do that. We put a bomb right by his gate. That's kind of similar to the snowball.
Mean.
That's my wife. She's gone to bed. Mike's playing something. I can't see what it is from here. Oh! Another giant snowball. Okay, it's time to do a little defense. There we go. You recruited another soldier.
I'm lucky. Got a lot of my recruits early.
Yeah, I don't really have any. What does that one do? Let's see. One weapon to use. No, we don't really want that. It's gonna have to be a discard round. Discard that one and end it right there.
Okay.
He's added another recruit. Look at that. I'm adding another builder.
Okay.
I give too many weapons.
He stole my weapons.
I didn't steal them, I just removed them.
Well, this one here that I'm showing everybody costs me 5 crystals. but it'll get back some of the damage that Mike just did. So it added in some weapons for me. Oof. I really want to build some stuff, but don't seem to have much to build. So let's play this one, which added some bricks in for our construction projects.
Oh, thank you. Could do with them.
And Mike stole them. Oh boy. Okay, so let's do this. What did that do, Mike? Gave you a mage?
I got a wizard.
Okay. Let's see what that does. No, that's not good. Let's actually discard this turn, so we'll put that there. Oh, that could be put. Let's get rid of that. And that's it for our turn. Like the bomb right there. Gates. Oh, and levels everything. All right, well, we need to build up something. Walls. It's like a teeny tiny wall. Play that.
You have too many weapons again.
I just did the same thing. Okay, so let's see what we have here, everyone. Well, that would be interesting. Let's just do this. It's a pretty swingy game, actually. It can go really quickly, turn from ow, one side to the other, like that. All right, what are we going to do?
I'm very low in health.
Yeah, so if you look on the screen here, you can see over on this side, Mike has 0 walls and his castle has 10 health. I have 0 walls and my castle 16 health, so we're not that far apart from each other. Let's play that. Watch our little guys run around here. Oh, what's he doing? He put a bomb and blew up my castle. Almost. Very close.
Down to 1 health. You're going to kill me here, but at least I got you down to 1 health.
I don't think I can kill you here. Oh, maybe I can kill you here.
Well,
let's see. Oh. Hey! One more go, Mike, before you fall asleep at the keyboard.
Oh, yeah.
All right. How do I just do that, right?
Oh, yeah. The chat overlay is covering the info you have on the right.
Oh, I see that. Side. Thank you. Thanks, Dust Rider. If I knew how to do that.
Thank you.
Give me 1 second. How about right there? No, that'll cover it. Why don't I just hide it for the time being? You guys don't need to repeat the chat, right? There. Is that better? I hope that works. Thank you very much, Dust Rider. Appreciate it. And thank you everyone who's viewing. I appreciate you being here. As you can all probably imagine, it's very difficult to get viewers on Twitch. And I'm an old guy who's just about terrible at everything I do, so the technology is all new to me. I'm making my way. It's getting better. And I really appreciate you being here. And if you want to follow, I super appreciate it, but it's not required. I'm just glad you're here in the chat. Okay, so we are still at our same areas. I'm going to... Are you choosing a different deck this time? What do you think?
I'm going for the standard deck this time. I went for Rush last time. And it didn't have anything in it that let me build.
Yeah, I'm having the same problem. Are you doing stock or stock plus?
I did stock. But
I'll try that too. I don't think I've ever done that one, so let's spawn that. And lock it in. And now I'll take up a camera position. Oh, am I first? Okay, so let's look at our hand here. Not a lot, but let's start off with some defense. Hey, Matt. I didn't even see you there. Sorry, that was a while ago.
Big expensive cards.
Another thing about being new to Twitch is I constantly forget to look at the chat, so apologies. Sorry, Mike, what did you do? You discarded?
I discarded, yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm going to have to do the same because looking at my deck, I can't afford any of them. So let us get rid of some of the super expensive ones that we can't use for a while. There. And now it's back to Mike. I have to find a way to be more entertaining on my streams. So I'm just staring at the camera and smiling like an idiot.
What about a little dance?
No, nobody wants to see that.
Oh, I do.
I'll bump into the green screen. There we go. So I added a mage to my worker pool.
I would like a mage in my worker pool.
And Mike is playing... No, he's discarding. Okay. He's discarded 3 cards, and it's back to us again. We now have some money to do a few things. The question in this game is it's a balance between, you know, the defense factor and the offense factor, or strengthening your resources. So it's tricky. It's not as easy as it seems. I wonder if they're ever going to do like fancier card art, although this makes it very easy for us colorblind people to tell them apart. So, oh, let's do this just because it's fun.
Doesn't sound fun to me. Sounds like people ran into my building and destroyed it.
They did. All right, so Mike played a recruit there. So is that a extra soldier? Yes, he has 3 soldiers now, so he'll get 3 weapons every turn. What do we want to do, guys? Let's I think we do this one. So let's do that. There we go. We built up a little more defense.
Yeah, I think I need some wall back. Because
yeah,
somebody destroyed it.
Okay.
Pointing no elbows.
No idea who. Oh, look at all those. Okay, let's play that. Give us another mage over there. So we will now get 4 crystals on every turn, which can be very helpful. So let's play, what does that do? No, I think we're going to play this and build up the castle just a little bit. There we go. Ooh, a tavern.
Right,
Well,
right back at you.
That gave you decent build there. That was pretty good. Why don't we recruit a soldier? How about that? Hooah.
2 can play that game.
Mike does the exact same thing. Oh, now that's interesting. What do we have there and there? Well, that would be a waste at the moment. So let's just do this because it'll be fun. Boom. Didn't do a lot of damage, but it was a fun animation. He's adding crystals. Okay. What's he got? Does that still not? Okay, let's go all in on Harry Potter's school over there.
I think I need more walls.
We'll play this one. Look at that. That's a fancy animation that I don't think Mike can see, so I'm not giving him any more hints.
Okay.
Oh, the wee blue bubble.
Shh. We're adding in another construction guy. That is a cool animation, actually. Oh, fire archer. So he wasted a very low damage. We didn't waste it. He played a low damage attack to get rid of my magical barrier, which could have protected against a huge attack. But the fact that he knew it was there made he knew exactly what he was doing. So let's get rid of some stuff here. Move that one into the discard. Move that one into the discard. And we're good to go. Oh, there's the toll booth again. I don't know exactly what that does.
I think it stops for this turn you sending men towards me.
Oh, okay. I thought for some reason it stopped me from gaining any resources. But maybe that's all right, what can I do here? And... oh boy. Bricks. Let's do a little discarding. There we go.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna follow suit.
Okay, back to us again. So let us do something more constructive. I see the pun there.
Very eloquent.
So Mike is adding up his weapons. So we're going to throw a wrench into that plan by taking Aiden.
Oi.
Oh.
I mean,
that's a pretty good name for that card. Wall. All right, so we have some choices here, folks. Let us... oh boy. And why is it letting me play that one? That's interesting. Oh, I'm looking at Mike's like a dummy. Okay, let's play that one just to see what happens because I've never seen that one. Oh, earthquake.
what do you think now?
Yeah, that wasn't that exciting.
I had a wall.
Oh. What was that?
I may have stole one of your guys.
Oh, jeez.
Just may have.
Well, I think I'm going to have to play
He
that.
didn't like the potato soup that you were serving for him.
Sorry. Okay, so he's building up the wall again. So we need to do something interesting here. Well, we don't need to. I mean, Mike doesn't want us to. How about this?
Signs of whatever it is.
A little cannon.
Say hello to my little
Oh,
friend.
no. Yeesh. Oh, it's back to us. Whoops. Okay. Well, that sounds good. Let's do that.
Okay.
He's gained another builder. What's that one do? Hover over it to find out.
That one was called Bob.
Well, that could be good. Let's play that. Magic bricks. You got another recruit. Okay. And the magic bricks literally doubles the value of the next building thing we do. So let's play our wall. Fence, excuse me. Which I guess made it twice as good as if the base card itself, I guess. Ow. Darn ballista, look at that little chunky thing.
We don't need walls that high here.
No, it's true. Oh, which one here? Which?
Apparently she's in the next room to you, you said?
Oh, yike. Let's play that. Yeah, Mike now has a path where he once had a wall.
I remember the wall. It was my friend.
Okay, I think we need to think more defensively at the moment here. Or, wait, that wouldn't be bad, right?
I don't know.
No, I'm sorry, I'm talking to myself and the people in the stream.
Okay.
I think it sounds bad to me.
Give us another builder. Oh, there's that wall again. Rearing its ugly head. Oh, that's a terrible one. Let's get rid of some of these. Hope for something a little bit better. All bricks, so he's concentrating on making bricks. So do we have anything that can steal his bricks?
You leave my bricks alone.
Oh, I kind of want to play that to see what it looks like. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do it. Ooh. That was
A
effective.
bit nippy over here.
Thanks again for everyone who's tuned in. Appreciate it. Oh.
Just run into the wall.
And
There's no
explode,
attacking.
basically. All right, what do we want to do here? Why don't we do that? Just add some crystal. Because you can never have enough crystal.
Okay, Heisenberg.
I want to play that because it sounds neat. Let's go watch it. Pixies.
I'm not sure what Pixies did.
They made my castle really tall.
I need stuff that I don't have.
Isn't that just the story of life?
Give me stuff that I can build my castle and walls with.
There we go. We'll build up that wall a little bit more. Not much more, but a little bit. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to follow suit there. Large wall.
Find a build call.
Ooh.
Build card. Just build it. At least give me one turn with my wall.
There you go. I am nothing if not merciful. Oh, you stole something.
I did not.
See, being kind never pays. All right. What are we going to do here? We could do that. Oh, I think I kind of... Oh, no, let's do this.
Well, it didn't last too long.
Stole something again.
I did not.
You're bribing my builders and stealing them. Jeez Louise. All right. Let's do that. Not the best card, but... I feel plotting going on. Oh, you're discarding. Okay.
Yeah, I need to build up my castle and walls again.
Build that
I
fence
keep
up.
losing it somehow. I don't know. I don't know why. Maybe it's done behind the sofa.
Okay, we'll do that. Ooh. Explode.
I think you're starting to compensate for something.
Jeez. Okay. Yeah. Build a bigger fence. Okay. Let us do something. Oh, maybe that. What's Mike gonna do? And how badly is it gonna hurt?
Not much.
Ooh, earthquake. So I like this card because it sneaks past. Oh no, but I don't need to play that right now. Huh, let's do that one instead.
Excuse me?
Mike's a nubbin.
I think I'm done for.
Oh, look at that.
At least I got rid of your wall.
Yeah, I think you're done for though. So that guy's gonna sneak around the back, even if you had a wall.
Yeah, I do like him. He's like in a wee stone in the field.
All right.
So that was 1 each.
That was one each, so we got to play best of three if you're still awake enough.
Okay, one more.
All right.
Twist me arm.
Here we go. I really, when I have more time and I'm not streaming, I got to experiment with the different decks and see what they do. Let's try that one. Okay. I'm locked in. I have some water here. Appreciate everyone who's watching, who's dropped in, chat and say hi. Make sure you follow if you feel like it. Not required.
I think starting with some extra crystals.
Yeah, probably a good idea. What do we have here? Let's do that.
Get rid of some of the expensive cards.
Mm-hmm. We might do this. Oh, maybe not. What's that one do? Oh, that would be a good one for later, maybe. So let's.
I like the sound of that.
Go fence.
Okay.
I need a card that lets me mill your hand.
There was one, wasn't there? Oh yes, I played with my son yesterday, and I got a card that let me see his hand and dispose of 3 of his cards.
Nice.
I can't remember what deck that was from, but well, let's start off with a bang.
I never liked walls anyway.
Yeah, but you're building up your workforce, which is probably what I should be concentrating on. But let's do this card here. Here we go. Uh-oh. Catapult. Getting rid of some of those cards that are crappy. Or too expensive. Adding weapons. Okay, so I'm thinking That sounds like a
Don't do that.
great idea. But let's play this one to add a builder.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, we'll play that one to add a soldier. Hooah. Hey, we're both trying to stock up on stuff here.
So you can play that game.
Yeah, exactly. I was thinking that. Well, that's terrible. Let's clean up some of these crappy ones. I mean, I shouldn't say that they're crappy and just can't use them right now. Me again. That was fast.
Nothing wrong with a quickie.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that guy again. Oh, jeez. That's a good card. I don't like that. Well, I do like that card when I have it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I guess we're not playing best 2 out of 3 because I already won 2. Doesn't. All right. Well, that's. Oh boy.
Did you win the first one?
I think so. Yeah, I did.
Did you?
I don't remember now. Maybe I did.
I think you did. But I'm going to say I did.
Yeah, we'll go with that. Why not?
Yeah, you did. I got you down to 1 point.
Oh, right. Yeah, it was super close. You could take me now. Am I dead? Oh, I died. Defeat. All right. Well, don't go anywhere.
I'm going to end it there on a victory.
Don't go anywhere, Mike. I will put us. This time I'm muting our microphones in the stream, so hang on 2 minutes. And I'll be back in 2 minutes, guys. And I'm muting my mic this time. Hey, everybody. Do I need to unmute? Okay, no, I'm unmuted. Thanks for sticking around. I'm going to play one more game. I was going to play Friday, but we've played that a few times in the stream. So let's try. I wonder if I can add that chat overlay back in now. Forgive me. Where is that? Right there. And I think I moved it around quite a bit, but let me try and fix that about there. Okay. Hope you can all see that. Thanks, Mike. I appreciate you joining me. A big thanks to you as always. You have a good night. Get some sleep. It's pretty late there for Mike. Everyone, he's over in Ireland. So I do appreciate him helping me out because my brain doesn't always work, and he's fun to keep around, you know. He's introduced me to a bunch of new games, which is really cool. So we are going to take a run at Food Chain Island. And if you've never heard of Food Chain Island, it's a must play. It's an 18-card full game from Kwanchai Games, who are famous for those little wallet games. So it's like one of those insurance card wallets that you have for your insurance. 18 cards, and it's tricky. Don't get me wrong. I think I've won at this like twice. Thanks, Mike. Basically, what you need to do is it's the food chain. So you need to eat a card. So for example, let's just look at some here. So this 11 card can eat everything down to an 8. So it's usually 3 levels. There's exceptions to that. So for sure, it could move on to this 10. So this 11 can eat the 10. And then it says after the wolf eats, it has to move 1 space. So technically, it would go on top of there, and then everything here would move down. You win the game if you end up with 3 piles or less. Obviously, your score, there's no real score, but your score would be better if you had 1 pile. Never done that. I don't even know if it's possible. I'm sure it is, but I've never done it. I've got it down to 3 piles, was the only time I ever won. And you have 2 extra cards here, which are 1 use cards. You only get to use them once each. So this whale lets you move 1 animal to any other space, because you can quite often end up with this 5 way up here. Well, that was a bad example. With the 15 way up here and the 14 way down here, and they'll never travel near each other. Less piles is better. That's right. You need top to... Yeah, exactly. It's a fun game though. I've played it. I have it, you know, the physical version, but this is a nice little online version. So that was the whale power. The shark power is move an animal 1 space to eat, but it can eat any animal of a smaller value. So it doesn't just have to be, 1 or 3 levels below. So let's give it a try. And you have to kind of look 3 or 4 moves ahead, which I am not good at. So for example, if we move this bat over here, it has to move to any other space. Great power, but it would be a waste to do it right now, in my opinion. And if we use the raccoon to eat the bat, then we never get that power. We have to do the raccoon's power, which is on our next turn. If you eat an animal valued exactly 1 below, you discard 1 unstacked animal of your choice. Now, I think they're all pretty much stacked at this point. So again, that really wouldn't help us. So I'm thinking, oh no, that's no good either. Because if we move this, the mouse eats the spider, we'll be able to move the whole thing over. But then the 5 could eat it, so maybe that'll work. I'm not liking this. After the bat eats, move it to any other space. That's a move animal. Now the lion could eat the tiger. And the lion says on our next turn, the animal must eat an animal valued exactly 1 less instead of 1 to 3 less. But I think we can do that. So let's start by doing that. Move him down there. Lion eats him. And now we have to move 1 exactly 1 less. So we could move the wolf and eat the lynx. We can move the ant to eat the plant. We can, that might be the only other one. No, we can move the 3 to eat the 2. So the mouse to eat the spider again. And we can move an animal 1 to 2 spaces. So I'm thinking, let's do that. Why not? Let's give it a try. We'll move the mouse onto the spider, and then we can move this animal so that it can be eaten by the rat. What else can we do here? 11 can eat the 10, and then it has to move again. Bat could eat the lizard. After the bat eats, move it to any other space. So where would this 6 go that would make it... I think we're going to make the ant eat the plant, because I like making rhymes. Move one animal 1 to 3 spaces. So we can move this 13 pile down to this 14 pile, or we can move the 14 pile up to the 13 pile. Let's do that. Sorry, my voice. Now we're getting some gaps here. So on your next turn, the animal must move diagonally 1 space to eat. So if the fox eats the snake, what would be a good diagonal move? The 5 could eat the 4. That kind of works. So let's have the fox eat that snake. I'm going to have a sip of water. And it says on our next turn, the animal must move diagonally to eat. So I know I just found one, but where did it go? The 10 can eat the 9. On your next turn, the animal must jump over 1 card in an orthogonal direction to eat, which does not work well. So that's not so good. The 11 can eat the 10. Oh no, we have to move diagonally, do we not? Yeah. So the 6 can eat the 3, and then it can move anywhere. The 5 can eat the 4. Let's do that. The rat can eat the lizard, and then we can move one animal 2 spaces. So we can't pick it up and jump over anything, but we can move it up to 2 spaces. I don't know. I kind of want... Why don't we move this 9 here? And that's all we're doing. Okay, so the 9 moved, so we can... So the 11... So the wolf can eat the lynx, which will allow the wolf... It must move 1 space, so I don't know how that helps us. It doesn't, because it would just move. Okay, so we can do the lynx eating the fox. On our next turn, the animal must jump over a card. So do we have anything? Yes, we do. Okay, so let's try this. The lynx is going to eat the fox, and now we have to have it jump over another card to eat. And I think... Correct me if I'm wrong. The 3 could jump over and eat the 1, so that's one possibility. The 8 could eat the 5, and then it says on your next turn, if you eat an animal exactly 1 less, do we have anything like that? We do. So why don't we try that? Let's just see what happens. So the raccoon's going to jump over the bat and eat the rat. And now it says on your next turn, if you eat an animal valued exactly 1 below, then you discard 1 unstacked animal of your choice. I don't know if we have any non-stacked ones left, honestly. I can't really tell. How do you tell that? Oh, that's stacked. There's 3 cards in the stack. So this is unstacked, for example. So on our next turn, if you eat an animal exactly 1 less, so we can definitely move the 14, which would trigger... On your next turn, the animal must eat an animal valued 1 less instead of 1 to 3. Ooh. I don't think we have any others that are exactly 1 less that I can see. No, I don't think so. So this is only if. So we can't use this one. Although that means we could discard a card that's in the middle of nowhere. I just don't know. Okay, so do we want to do that? Do we want to do that? After the bat eats... So no. We have the choice, but we don't have anything to make that really work well. So let's have the raccoon eat the... I don't like that either. This one could eat the 7, the gator. The lion can eat the gator, and then we need one that's exactly one less, which we won't have, which means game over. Can't eat that one. We're not left with a lot of choices here. 13, can't eat the 14, obviously. The 10 can't eat the 6, but I do have these 2 cards to use. Move animal 1 space and move an animal 1 space to eat, but it can eat any animal of a smaller value. So, if we move the 3 down to the 1, it could then eat the 1, and then we can move another animal 1 to 2 spaces. We can move the 11 up to here. The problem's going to be this polar bear. So let's use our power to move this card, I think. The polar bear to here. No, why would I have done that? That's silly. Let's move the 11 to where it can eat the 10. And if the 11 eats the 10, it moves 1 space. So we can go, the 11 eats the 10, the wolf, and then the whole stack moves 1 space to there. Let's see. Oh, we don't have to move that one. Oh, it does move 1 space. Then we can use our whale if we want to. I got to think about that. Because this guy can eat the 8. What if we go back to this, the lion and the gator? It has to eat exactly one less. We don't have anything like that anymore. So that one's kind of an issue. We need to move an animal 1 space to eat, but it can eat an animal of any smaller number. So we could theoretically get rid of the 3 if we wanted to. Oh, see, it's thinky here. I don't know what I'm doing. I think I'm going to go back to this polar bear, because we can then use the lion to eat the gator. And it says on our next turn, we must eat an animal exactly 1 less. So the polar bear eats the lion. On our next turn, we cannot use the polar bear to eat. I did use the one with the move the animal to any other space. So that one's out. What do we want to do? So if the 11 moves there, it can't eat that. I really need to move this guy, but I don't know how. So the shark says move an animal 1 space to eat, but it can eat an animal of any smaller value. Eat an animal of any smaller value. Well, okay, here's what I'm thinking. There's no way to win here. Not that I can see. Move 1 animal 1 to 3 spaces. What does this give us? The wolf. That wouldn't help. That wouldn't help. But if anyone that's watching, feel free to poke in chat if I'm missing something obvious here. So we do have our shark, and again that says move an animal 1 space to eat, but it can eat an animal of any smaller value. I could move this 3 to eat the 1, but that doesn't super help. Still leaves this 15 way floating out there. Although, 1, that's going to leave us with 4 piles, isn't it? All right, well, I'm going to have to do that. And now it can, so that uses this card. It moves to eat here. Yeah, I just can't see making this work. Darn it. And if I move the raccoon, what does it do? If you eat an animal, that's just an if. That's no good. So all I can do, oh, wait a minute. Yeah, that doesn't help. We can eat that. The raccoon could eat the bat. or the wolf could eat the raccoon. But either way, I think this is game over. So let's because unfortunately the 6, the bat, is too far away for the wolf to eat. Otherwise, we would have ended up with 3 piles. Hello there. I can't read your name. Zoltana? Oh, sorry. My chat bot gave you a timeout, but I don't know what it deleted, so I apologize if it was a legitimate thing, but don't know how to do that. It says you're sending long messages. I don't know what that means. Sorry. I know I'm missing something obvious. Maybe I'm not, though. Maybe I'm just boofed here. I think I might be boofed here. Well, let's just, geez, I just don't know. Yeah, I think I'm boofed. So let's go here. The wolf is going to eat. No, that's no good. Come on, Dad. Oh, and if that one eats that one, it doesn't do anything. Yeah, I think it's game over. So let's move this. The wolf's going to move 1 space, which doesn't matter where he goes. I am out of moves. Out of moves. So that is a loss. Womp, womp, womp. I think I'm going to end the stream for tonight, though. I'm a little bit beat and my voice seems to be rough for some reason. I just want to tell everyone that I really appreciate you being here, whether you're just here in the chat, whether you're just watching, or whether you follow. It's super appreciated, and I'm very new to this, so I really apologize for any technical glitches or things that I'm missing. My setup is very ghetto, but it's all I can afford on my budget. I think I blew it all on the green screen, so not well lit though, right? I got to do something about the lighting. Hope the microphone and the audio sounds good though, and thank you very, very much for tuning in. We will see you all again very soon. Have a safe night. Remember, you're loved, and I appreciate you.